Once you've developed your skills section, the next pieces of information to include are your education and field-related certifications. In this section, you'll want to include, for starting with, your college education. This could be certificates, associate degrees, or bachelor's degrees. If you have a degree beyond a bachelor's degree, such as a master's degree or a PhD, you'll want to discuss further with your career advisor to determine if it's appropriate to keep it on your resume or if it will overqualify you for other positions. You'll also want to include the name of the college or university, certifications related to the job or field you're going into, your graduation date if it has already passed, or your expected graduation date to let employers know that you're still a student, and your GPA. For the GPA, we recommend only including it if it's at a 3.5 or higher out of a 4.0. This is considered a strong GPA. It's up to you to determine if you want to include your GPA on your resume, as it is not required unless requested by the employer. Things you want to avoid including on your resume. First, your high school education. Now that you are in college, we already know that you meet the high school education criteria. By including your high school education and your graduation date, they're able to calculate demographic information about you that they may not need to know, such as where you grew up or how old you are based on your graduation date. As previously discussed, you also don't want to include degrees that could overqualify you or are from a previous career. A master's degree in biology is not necessarily relevant if you're going into the field of hospitality, so please talk with your career advisor further to determine whether or not you should include that on your resume. You do not need to list all of the courses you have completed unless the job requires you to indicate specific coursework in order to be eligible. Listing the courses completed takes up too much space on the document, and you can leave it up to the employer to look up your program on the Madison College webpage. Here's an example of how you could present your education and certifications. You'll see that in bold, as discussed in the previous video, we bold the section heading, we bold the name of the degree earned. So for this person, they've earned an Associate of Applied Science in Nursing, their expected degree date, and then not bold would be the Madison Area Technical College and the GPA. Beneath that, you can see an example of a certification. In bold, we have the name of the certification, followed by the administering body. So for this particular CPR certification, they earn their credential through American Heart Association. We included the date when the certification will expire, which will be May of 2020 in this example. And then if you are able to provide the certificate number or the certification number, this should be unique to you and your certificate award so that they're able to look you up in a registry if applicable.